hear how things are going, we'll just go ahead and get everything live streamed so that we're live to YouTube. If you want to jump off the Zoom, join us on YouTube. We're going to be talking all about the core box. We're going to be talking all about the Terahertz wands. We got a lot of people who are excited about the wand, whether it be the box, things like that. That's oops, I know we're on YouTube now, so we just jumped off that. Okay, so we're going to invite Benet on here. Many of you know Benet doing a super job on training when you first get your genius. So let's go ahead and have her come up here and join us. Okay, Benet, we're getting you ready to come up on here. And oh, Jenny, you're here. That's so great. Well, we'd love to get you a case and get you some goodies because you've had so much to share with us. Well, hey, Benet, how the heck are you?
Hello there. I am well. And
We're back in the saddle today. We're back at it.
Yep. You sound like you are very well and very chippered.
Yes. Got sun when I was away and got sun now that we're back in the Portland area. There's lots and lots of sun. So I love all of that sunshine. It's definitely a positive thing. Well, let's go ahead and welcome Jenny on. I'd love to hear Jenny because I know it's late. You're probably not going to be able to stay on that long. So Jenny joins us from New Zealand. I'm going to bring you right up here with us. I can't wait to hear how you're doing. So let's hear how you've been doing because you sent us some of the most wonderful pictures of her different setup, and we have some of those to share tonight as well. So Jenny, when you're up here as a panelist, just go ahead and start sharing your, there you go. Hi, how are you? Are you there? Hello, hello.
Yeah, hi Ariel, how are you? Hi. Can you hear
Hi,
me?
Benay says hi too. So, Jenny, thank you so much for taking time to be with us.
There's no problem. It's actually only 11 o'clock in the morning in New Zealand here.
Yeah, we'll find a time to switch it to like maybe every other week or something. So Jenny, tell us a little bit about what has been going on since you've had the wand. You have so many wonderful things to share about it. Tell us what you've discovered.
Well, from a personal experience, it's the Terahertz water is one of the biggest things for me. And just drinking it every day, I make up a half a masonry glass or jar of water, which is about 1 litre, wand it for about 3 minutes, and then put it into a bigger glass vessel. So I do that and
We
store
have
it
one of your
and use it up.
pictures here. So here's how you're terahertzing the water.
Oh,
Yeah.
oh, cool, yeah. So that's been wonderful. I never ever understood the benefits of when you drink pure water. So the Terahertz water is amazing. And the thing, our little dogs drink water, but since we've made them the Terahertz water, they drink so much more, like it's really, really, really noticeable. So yeah, and I feel a whole lot better for drinking the water. So yeah, we're very happy with the Terahertz water. As far as the wand on the core box goes, I love the core box. The option of using red and blue light when we're treating ourselves is amazing. And then I love the gold wand with the quartz rose crystal for a different reason. It's a different feel, and I think you've said that, Ariel. Yeah, it's a different feel. But my favourite for me is definitely the core box. Without a doubt, because you've got both options and you've got the 5 chips in it, the Terahertz chips.
Well, your husband had an interesting experience with the wand, right? Didn't he start to pick it up and start to utilize it?
Yeah, because he saw what was happening for me. So he has yeah, well, as they do. He has a meniscus tear that was operated on about 5 years ago. And after the operation, the knee didn't really ever go back to normal, which one would expect with metal in the knee, a half reconstruction. However, the wand, he's been using the wand and the inflammation, the knee, this was 5 years ago the operation was done, but his knee is nearly the same size as his good knee. So he's had amazing results with that. Also using it on a verruca he's got under the sole of his foot, so we're using it on that. And I have chronic inflammation in my hands and fingers. I'm not sure if we're allowed to mention diseases, so I won't, but people can read between the lines. and I am all pain relief.
Oh my
I'm just,
gosh, I'm so happy to hear that.
yeah, no anti-inflammatory, no pain relief. I just get up in the morning and I wand my wrist, I wand my hands, my fingers. I do my lymphatic system. I do my meridian system. I wand my head. I do my thyroid. And I have psoriasis on one leg. I won't do any before and afters yet. I'm going to wait till I've got the final result, but I have to say, oh my goodness, I'm pretty damn thrilled about that. So I should be able to wear dresses this summer coming again. So yeah, I'm just having amazing results. So I'm out at an expo this weekend sharing about the Terahertz technology and Terahertz water, and encouraging people to look at this as an alternative way to help their body. Yeah.
I absolutely love it. Oh my gosh, that's wonderful. You're sharing the good message with people in New Zealand, and I appreciate you sharing the information with people here. I'm just so tickled that you've taken this and run with it, and you're doing so great with it.
Thank you. Thank you, Ariel.
All right. Well, Jenny, we'll be in touch. I know there's a few things that we're working on for you. Don't worry. We're going to take care of everything, and I'll be in touch with you very, very soon.
No problem. Thank you.
Thank you so much. It was such a pleasure to get to have her with us live. So absolutely wonderful. And she's sent us some great pictures of how she's been terahertzing the water. Anything new on your end from this week, Benay?
Nothing is new. I am trying, from me personally, I am trying for the life of me, because I've got a bunch of things going on personally over here at the house and whatnot. All somebody was telling me something, and maybe I'll think of it before the night's over with, because I thought, well, that is great.
All right. All right. You just jump in at any time. Meanwhile, I'm going to just share with people terahertz is an amazing frequency. Think about it as a type of healing light or healing energy. And the energy is very specific. It's at a specific type of frequency. So it's above the far infrared scale, and it ranges from 0.1 to 10 terahertz. A lot of people seem to use it for skin conditions, and they also utilize it for pain. We don't make any claims, but we're going to share with you tonight what people are telling us about their experience of using the different wands and boxes. And this is the 6.0 wand, and this is the 7.0 wand. If you want to get all three of these lovelies, you can get them in our Terahertz triple play, which people really enjoy and have been finding to be a very positive package that they like. We also have a double play, and this is all at our website, geniusbiofeedback.com, where you can hit the shop menu and then Terahertz. And we have a new page there all about the Terahertz technology. So we're going to share that with you in just a little bit. And then we'll have a coupon special for you as well. So the cool thing about terahertz is it doesn't just work at the level of the skin. It goes about 3 to 5 centimeters deep, and it works through the clothing, and it really does seem to help the cells to function more like themselves. It seems to restore the cells to their own natural frequency. So there's something in the terahertz, I think of it like sunlight. And so when you go out in the sun, you feel good. And I think when our cells get this terahertz information, encoded information, they begin to feel like themselves again. You feel like yourself again. You feel invigorated, you feel energized, you feel calm. It's very soothing. And I think people find themselves going back time and time again to utilize it because it's easy to do. You just hit the on button, and they're getting results from it. They're just feeling better. So they tend to use it on a regular basis. And any technology that you invest in, you want to make sure it's something that you're going to use on a regular basis, that you can use on a regular basis. You don't really want to get like really super cool technology that's just going to sit and gather dust in a corner. And the thing about the terahertz is it's so easy to do. You just on and off button that people will do it on a regular basis and really, really, truly enjoy it. Now, I love this picture from Jenny that she gave to us. And so one thing that I really encourage people to do, if you've not been doing it, is use the stand that you have, whether it be a blow dryer stand or whether it be a stand that you can, like a phone holder, and maybe Benet, you can put into the chat some of those links for the stands, and just make sure that you put next to it, this is the stand for the wand, this is the stand for the box, and go ahead and put that into the chat. And so if you take that stand, and what Jenny did is she sort of put that rubber band there to make sure everything clipped together, held on. This is just the phone stand that we shared with people that's available on Amazon. And every single day, you know, you're gonna, basically, if you're not gonna drink the water directly, maybe you're gonna terahertz water that you put into your morning tea or something. So make sure you terahertz water every single day. Consider about 24 hours being the time that it lasts for, and start drinking terahertz water throughout the day. We've had a lot of people that are doing this and getting amazing results. Now, another thing that you get a benefit from the terahertz is the fact that it heats things up. So the hyperthermia has a very beneficial effect, just like, you know, sitting in the sauna. Part of the effect of that is the fact that it warms the body up. And this may even positively impact the stem cells. And, you know, you just feel good when you get that kind of warmth in your body. It works all the way deep down into the bone marrow and seems to have a profound effect. So what people have told us they're experiencing, and you can also see the testimonials at geniusbiofeedback.com. If you go to our core box, the Terahertz core box, we've got a number of 5-star reviews there where people have given, this is people from our own community giving their authentic review and telling their story. Some are really long, some are short. And we would love it if you went there and also added your own review. We'd absolutely, truly appreciate it if you go to any of the Terahertz products that you've liked and you write a review. It really does help other people. So it's not just myself and Benet kind of touting the benefits, it's other people really sharing their experience. So, all right, so we've got people, thank you so much for posting those. And Deb says, post the camera stand as well, if you can. All right, so Benet will send you off to do that. And people have reported overall increases in energy. It's relaxing, their pain is better. Skin rashes. If you watch every week, you'll know a couple of weeks ago we talked about Benet's client, and she had this incredible poison ivy with the blisters. And within 2 sessions, all the blisters almost had subsided, and a big part of the itching had subsided. So that's amazing when you have poison ivy. Also, Jenny, who was just on here, she had told us that nothing was really working for her psoriasis. And so when she used the core box, it really helped with her psoriasis within a couple of sessions. So I think it really just helps the cells to be themselves again. And when your cells work better, then everything works better. The skin heals, the pain goes down, the joints feel better. There's just something super special about this terahertz frequency. So you want some type of technology that can give you that terahertz frequency. Oops, okay, there we go. All right, so yes, so it's this wonderful effect of the cells, and anytime you basically give yourself this cellular experience, then you are going to entrain that energy. You're going to drink in that energy. You're going to equilibrate yourself to the energy. So the wand is an amazing instrument. I love utilizing the wand. It runs blue light. It has a beautiful quartz inside. And the one thing that's really remarkable about the wands that we have is that, yes, they get a little bit of noise, but it's not overwhelming. This is a reasonable noise level, I think. And this one has 750 watts. Do I have that right, Benet? I think this one is this one's 600 and the other one is 750, right? Oh, you're muted.
It might even be more than 750 because the 7.0 got upgraded.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I think it might be even as high as 1,000 if I remember from months.
Oh, no, you're right. Actually, it is 1,000.
Yeah.
Thank you. That's absolutely correct. So the 7.0, so this one, I'm really glad we talked about it. This is 1,000. This is 750. But if you look at the competitors are more like 600. Like this one is 750 and the one that kind of looks like this one is only 600.
Yeah.
And so
Yeah.
this is 1,000 watts. So it's very powerful, but it runs and hums quietly, and it's, very easy to use. It's easy to hold in your hand. And then this one basically has 5x the power because it is 5 of the chips. So you really get that wonderful experience of the terahertz. And it's easy to use. It holds very comfortably in the hand, or it's sort of like a very large phone. And so you can get a phone stand to place it on. But they're wonderful, wonderful technologies that work very, very well with our Genius. All right, so excellent, very, very good. Now, Sherry, we have something that you shared with us, my dear, and I'm going to share that in a testimonial, but if you want to share that with us live, if you'd like me to unmute you and invite you into our conversation, then you just let me know. That's Sherry, who's been with us in our community for a very long time, talking to you. Okay, my husband had sciatic pain last week, and after 4 days of using his core box, the pain went away. He did a 10 to 12-minute session. Deb, that is so cool. And the really nice thing about that is that it didn't take him, he didn't have to master how to use the Genius. He didn't have to do the Genius training. He could just take that core box, which I think that's the one that you have, and he basically just flips the on button, and he just runs it down his leg or down the side of his back, and he's better. I mean, how much money does that save people from having to go to the chiropractor or go to the, what is it? Not the osteopath, the orthopedist, right? To go to have that looked at. That's so, so wonderful. He loved it, and he had no other chiropractic or massage. Deb, thank you so much. I think that when you can basically remedy yourself at home, it feels really empowering. And, sciatic pain, the origin could be from a past injury. It could be from tight muscles. It could be from sitting a lot. But you know what? When you start to feel better, then you feel like exercising. You feel like stretching. You feel like going for a walk. You feel like doing things that'll ultimately, lifestyle-wise, make it so that you no longer have the sciatica. So really kudos to your husband for doing that. And we talk about that, the husband effect, that a lot of husbands have been sitting there, you're like, what are you doing? A hair dryer, what is it? And they kind of try it, and then they feel better, and then they're using it all the time. So make sure you have a couple, of different devices at your disposal, so that you don't have the one disappearing. So you have at least one box and maybe one wand in your house, so that the whole family can get to utilize it. Okay, the high frequency vibration creates a powerfully therapeutic movement within the cells. So the cells sort of go through their own type of exercise from being stimulated and affected by the blue light, the red light, and the frequency of the terahertz. So this exercise really helps the cells to tone up, to feel better, to feel more of a sense of wellness. And then they even sort of get rid of their metabolic waste. So you get this excretion of water. So you might even be sort of like peeing things out over the first week of utilizing the terahertz, because your body is starting to heal itself, basically. Okay, how can people best use the terahertz technology, right? Now that you have it, now that you have your toys, your goodies, you're ready to do it, like, what do you do? How do you get started with this? Do you need, is there extensive training, certification for this? No, it's very, very easy to get started. So the best thing is to consider doing this maybe about 15 minutes per day. And you could even be running your Genius at the same time. We do have a free Terahertz library. So if you'd like to get that Terahertz library, you can go to geniusbiofeedback.com, type in the word Terahertz, and one of the products that will come up will be our Terahertz library. And just check out there. It's $0, completely free, and we'll know that we're to send that Terahertz library to you. And you can utilize that, so you could run your Genius at the same time you're running your Terahertz, and you can get sort of that double benefit of using both of them. So we recommend whatever you want to do, that you use it for about 15 minutes a day. So you could run the lymphatic drainage points, which we're going to show in a minute. You could run some of the key Chinese medicine points that we've been talking about in the training. And then from there, you could work on the different pain points that you have, or say you're working on your knees. So you could spend 5 minutes on the left knee, 5 minutes on the right knee. You could work on the hips. You could work on the back, for sciatica. anywhere that you want. Maybe it's a skin condition, or maybe you just want to work at the level of the face because you want to look younger. There are some amazing testimonials of people showing their before and after of having, not directly to the eyes, but having, used the wand or the box on their face. And it's incredible. Like, I almost think the pictures aren't real because they look so much younger. Their skin looks so much healthier. So I think we're just at the beginning of starting to find out how powerful this technology really is. So keep using your terahertz every single day on the things that you want to change. Maybe you have age spots or something. So you could just go ahead and terahertz and let us know if it's starting to change. So you can do each area we've mentioned, the lymphatic drainage point, Chinese medicine points, for 30 seconds, and make sure you use that wonderful warmth setting because you want to get the benefit of the hyperthermia. So make sure you drink a glass of water before you start, room temperature or warm, not cold, and then also terahertz it before you start using it. So it's a bonus if you can terahertz it for 30 seconds, a minute, 2 minutes, and then you start your session after you drink the water, and then make sure you drink water after your session as well. That's really important. You're going to get more benefit. You're going to have more energy flow in your body if you drink that terahertz water. Okay, now the lymphatic drainage points on your daily routine, you can basically take your core box or your wand and you run it over the lymphatic drainage points, okay? We're going to talk about the vagus nerve, which you could trigger just sort of right around there. We're going to talk about that vagus nerve too, but you can do even sort of under the under the arms, behind the knees, at the groin. We're going to show those lymphatic drainage points so you can work on them left and right for 30 seconds, and you're going to be emphasizing or encouraging a lot of that metabolic waste that can make our body feel locked up, we can feel a lot of pain or brain fog. We're going to be able to clear that, and that's a wonderful way to start the process of benefiting from terahertz by working at the level of the lymphatic drainage points. So here are the points that we were talking about, right? The side of the neck, underneath the arms, at the level of the groin, behind the knees. Even you could work down at the ankles too, but these are the main lymphatic drainage points. And these drainage points, these are places where we have a lot of the lymphatic chain, a lot of the lymphatic tissue. And all of that tissue pulls from the cells a lot of metabolic waste. And we have to pump that out of the body. And this sort of activates that drainage mechanism by utilizing the terahertz frequency and the light over those areas. And some people have told us that they were going to work on another part of the body, but as soon as they did the lymphatic drainage points, everything started to feel better. All right, so Sherry, this is from you, and we didn't put anything more than first names in there. We're going to go ahead and talk about that in just a moment here. Do you need the terahertz device to use the terahertz frequencies? So Patricia, we worried that people would think, oh, you can just get the terahertz library. It's not the same as using the real physical terahertz, but you can try it. But I think you're going to find if you ordered even the inexpensive wand, a gold wand, or the terahertz box, which has, lots of power, you're going to get a great benefit. And we wanted people to use them together. We wanted the terahertz frequencies to inform from the Genius things you might be emphasizing with the actual terahertz tools, but it's completely up to you. But we do recommend you have an actual terahertz device to get the best experience. Okay, so Sherry told us about her brother again. We're only using first names. So he's working for outpatient for a stem cell protocol for multiple myeloma. So that's a really serious, thing to be working on. And so far he's used the Genius and the terahertz 2 times a day and drinking the terahertz water since May 1st. That's not that long ago. And he already noticed urinary improvement on the second day. So for somebody who has a chronic debilitating disease where they're worried about their life, for them to have even this measure of improvement, Sherry, I'm sure that it was very, very wonderful. And he felt even psychologically so much better. And I always feel kind of psychologically better just even from using it. I think, your body knows that you're getting some type of healing frequency from doing this. They harvested the stem cells last Monday and collected enough on the first collection time. That's very good typically only 40% of collections can do that, and people have to repeat the process one or more times. So maybe your clever use of the genius and his use of the terahertz is helping him. During the time I was giving him injections to increase his stem cells, his spleen was very resonant on the genius. Things that were related shows resonant on the genius, just like clockwork. That's always so amazing to me when you know you're working on somebody, you really know what's going on with them, and you see the things showing up on the genius sort of matching exactly what's going on with them. Okay, I've had the genius since 2011. You are one of the, go all the way back to the infinity days, Sherry. I'm always thrilled each time the reinforcement of accuracy aligns with the medical tests and other things. Absolutely agree with you. I think you had a little bit more to say on this next slide here. On Monday, his own frozen stem cells will be reimplanted. We'll all be praying for you and thinking about your brother and wishing the very best for him. I'll be so interested to see how quickly his blood cells and immune system recover. I use panels for renewal, stem cells, miracles, lymphatic, nutrition, circulatory, chromosomes, pathogens on a rotating basis. And of course, the foundational ones like meridians, solfeggios, geometry, emotions, and so forth. I think, Benet, something that you had really tapped into from the beginning is using the combination of the genius and the terahertz together. I suspect they're working synergistically when you use them at the same time. What are your thoughts?
I think so. Why wouldn't they? And I wonder, with more use with the Terahertz library, if you wouldn't incorporate the Terahertz library, the things that come up at the same time that you're using the Terahertz wand or the box. I wonder, because, frequencies are frequencies. They're all of benefit, and they could be working very synergistically together. And by the way, I found the third-party testimony whenever you want me to read that one.
Oh yeah, go right ahead. What is the third-party testimony?
The person in the office with me does have and got the wand, and
okay, yeah, go for it.
She ended up texting me about a homeopathic doctor that had gotten the wand, and she started using the wand. And this is what she said that she had to say. She had had migraines and lymphatic issues that none of her other modalities could heal. She said she began praying, telling the Lord that she had reached the breaking point, and that she was asking that he show her the real healing pathway to take. 2 days later, someone told her about the wand, and she got one and started using it, and her lymphatic system started flowing. The migraines stopped. She also had some trauma with some dental extractions, including issues with fillings that she kept having health problems from. All of it gone. She said she began trying it on her clients who had equally remarkable results from the wand, including the total elimination of tumors.
Wow, that's amazing. That's incredible.
Yeah, that's quite a testimony from a homeopathic doctor with her practice.
That's incredible.
Yep, it is.
All right, we're going to have some other testimonials. Let's just get the coupon in there in the chat. You can use this coupon, and you can use it for any, and if you get more than one, it will work for more than one. So you can utilize that coupon for this week. And we just want to get a couple more of the terahertz devices linked up here. And at the same time, we can move on. So this is another great picture from Jenny. She's been an awesome photographer for us, getting those pictures. Love now, Benet, have you had any more luck these days? Do you create terahertz water for the dogs?
No, I'm guilty of not doing that. But
don't feel guilty. It's okay.
When I heard that what Jenny said, I thought, oh my gosh, I need to be more diligent and start doing that. Oh my.
Well, it's an easy one, right?
Oh, absolutely it is.
And I mean, it's very, very passive. Just use this little stand thing that she has. You don't even have to be close to it, and have it terahertz everybody's water. And maybe have some bottles or something to give away to people, give away to your clients after their session and just say, hey, I terahertz some water for you. Here you go.
Yep, for sure. And I mean, my dogs get fresh water every day. So, I mean, how difficult is that to do? I mean, just
Yeah, it's you just have to remember. You just have to remember to do it.
exactly. Yep.
Okay. All right. And so no matter how many pieces you get, you will get, well, if you get a package, you only get one. But if you get like 2 wands, you would get this discount each time it would apply. So each product that you get, I should say. All right, so that is there and ready to rock and roll. And then let's look at some other fun things that we have for you here. Another look at Jenny's little setup. I absolutely love it. So brilliant. The more that you can automate things, the better life is. All right, so just a review, and then we do have some new testimonials, but Karen had said that her husband's skin had been thinning. When he gets a small bruise, it tends to last for a while. When he used the Terahertz Core box, it was gone in just 2 treatments. She was really excited. She never wants to let her Terahertz box go. And she's really loving it. I know from having talked to her. I love these people. These are really all people from our genius community who understand the concept of frequency and how it can work, and we're eager to give the wand or the box a try. Okay, my husband had shoulder pain so bad he could barely work, and we've gone over some of these, but there are some new ones in here. He was getting some relief from over-the-counter pain relievers. He was very skeptical when I proposed using the Terahertz Core box. Eventually agreed to a session. I worked on the lymphatic drainage points. This is what I was mentioning before, as well as his neck and shoulder. Before, his pain was 8 of 10, meaning very severe, very bad pain. The total time of the treatment was 18 minutes, and his pain went from an 8 of 10 down to a 2 of 10. And he said, holy smokes, this is working better than any of the pain relievers. And pain relievers, over-the-counter pain relievers, are not just like you can take them like candy. They have real effects on the body that affect the liver and affect the kidneys. So the less that you need to take pain relievers, really the better, because it's very toxic to the body. All right, and then our Boston Terrier was better, came in and couldn't lift the leg to urinate, which is always very concerning to any dog owner. Lameness is scary, and when the back or the legs go out, you want it to get better because that's going to extend your dog's lifespan. So I applied the Terahertz to his spine and belly within about 2 cycles of about 1 to 2 minutes, repeated about 6 times. He stood up like a champ. And this is really helpful for older dogs. This is one of the things that the older dogs, you hear about, like they can't move and their spine is affected. And this would be amazing if we could increase the longevity of these dogs with Terahertz applications.
Absolutely.
He stood up like a champ, and he's been moving around so much easier, and the owners are thrilled. Very satisfying results. So it's so nice to be able to just take the Terahertz and just apply it where needed. So I mean, if you haven't been Terahertzing your dog or your cat, start now and see if you notice a difference, especially if you have an aging dog or cat with any type of ailment. It would be wonderful to hear your experience, or the horses. I know Jenny and I she may have needed to go, but we're going to talk more about some of the issues that are facing horses. And so if anybody's using it for their horses, let us know if you're getting beneficial effects. We'd love to know all animals that might be benefiting from the Terahertz frequencies. Okay, now this is what Jenny had said. Oh, it's funny, I just watched you say about the husbands. My husband's hooked now, as my gold wand has arrived, and we are both Terahertzing. So now she has the wand and she has the box. And so the family that Terahertzes together stays together, of course. And so hubby's using the gold wand and she's using the box, and they're both getting very good effects. All right, another person told us that their father-in-law is feeling better. My father-in-law using both the Genius and the Terahertz. So she's using the Genius, he's using the Core box. He was suffering from osteoporosis, which I don't know, maybe he had some aches and pains. And he has stated that he has slept better and longer than he has in years, and he has much more comfort in his back and shoulders after being treated. So that was really great. And we had another one. My husband has an old basketball knee injury that just wouldn't heal, and whenever he goes down the stairs, he always feels slight pain and tightness. It has not gone away in the past 6 months. Immediately after a session with the box, it was barely noticeable. That's amazing.
It
That's
is.
really, really cool.
It is.
All right, I love it. I love it. Okay, Laura in on YouTube, she said, "How do you feel about baby aspirin as a pain reliever for an adult?" All right, a little bit off topic, Laura, but yeah, I baby aspirin as a pain reliever for an adult. I think there are things that could be so much better, whether they're natural anti-inflammatories or it's just changing the diet, or it might be using terahertz. But anytime you take a medication, every medication you take has a signature, it has an energy signature. So do you want an energy signature of something that's synthetic? Or do you want an energy signature of something that's natural? That's the way to think about it. And another thing to think about is what caused that pain in the first place? And could you go right to the root cause rather than just removing the symptom for a while, right? Because you're going to take that pain reliever and then you're going to have pain again the next day. So those are things to start to think about. But they want you to believe that all those pain relievers, even a baby aspirin, is completely harmless, and it's not. People who take baby aspirin for because they are afraid of a heart attack, like that is not even close to the best route that they can take. And any type of aspirin is going to cause gut permeability. It's going to cause a change in the tight junctions in the small intestine that can lead to leaky gut. So I wouldn't recommend it if it's possible to do other things like Terahertzing. All right. This was an interesting one that we, of course, got from, this was another group that shares on Facebook. I would love to share this testimonial. I've been wanding my dad's foot. So he's 72, and we can see all of the problem with the blood vessels. This is probably very painful, and this is due to circulation issues. Probably has cold hands and feet. And then it was a 15-minute session, March 1st. And I'm going to imagine there's probably a couple of sessions going on here, but this looks different already than the third session. You know what's really remarkable, Benet, just like your poison ivy client, is how quickly the improvement can be.
It's got to be the oxygen being level raised and the circulation. You move enough blood, as you well know, with good oxygenation. I mean, my goodness, you can watch very miraculous things begin to happen in a short period of time.
Yeah, I mean, it's really cool. It's really cool. I mean, this is amazing to go from this to this. And this isn't just like, oh, the feet are better. Like your whole body is affected. When you do frequency one place, like everything in the body is affected. So his vessels all over his body are being affected, which means more blood flow to his brain, more blood flow to his heart. So many things getting better. Probably just overall, it probably feels like a new person, probably has more energy, probably looks better, looks healthier, even in his face, looks healthier. So that's very, very exciting. And so easy to do. Anybody could do this. That's the amazing thing. All right. So then she started wanding. I know some of this is cut off, but she said she's been having massive changes. She had this lump behind the ear. This could be sort of a benign growth. And it's a little hard to see, like this is actually, I think, the earlobe, but it looks like it completely went away.
Oh, wow.
So, yeah, that's always nice when you have something that you might be concerned about, some kind of growth, and then you could wand it and it's not there, and then you don't have to go and explore further. Oh my God, what is it? What kind of cellular changes? So skin stuff seems to respond incredibly well to wanding. That seems to be a big piece, something that really shines, and that blue light has an affinity for skin. So it's two things that are acting. It's the color of the light, and the box has blue light and red light. The wand just has the blue light, but it's the blue light itself is having an effect. And then the terahertz frequency is also having a very positive impact.
I think it's the detoxation that ends up happening too, don't you, Dr. Ariel?
There's like a detoxification from the cells.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. And that's what's making the skin improve, quite rapidly.
You mean the whole body is kind of detoxing?
Yeah. Yeah, because if you overdo it, anybody who's first getting these instruments, don't overdo it. That's why we're saying, anywhere from
15 minutes is fine. And make sure you drink enough water. That's really important.
Yeah.
All right. Well, this gal who gave, this was a Facebook testimonial. One thing, this is how she was doing the eyes. she was sort of getting terahertzed or terahertzing herself directly in the eye, which we don't generally recommend. It would be better if she did this one maybe a little bit above the eye, but she did between the eye, below the eye, and then again, not directly in the eye is not recommended. But anyway, she said that she improved her eyesight, and I'm working more intensely on my other eye, which is blind and considered non-restorative. We'll see, huh? Who knows? She could have a good effect, but she immediately she had some cloudiness in the eye. And that went away, and then it also improved on the charts reading on the test charts. It was showed that her vision had improved, so that's really cool. And you could also terahertz the back of the neck, sort of around the back of the head, because you have the optic chiasm around there in the back of the head. So that's another thing that you could terahertz, which would be affecting the nerve, which potentially could also help to sharpen the vision or improve the vision in some way. Okay, and I just wanted to mention that you could take your terahertz instrument, your wand or even your box, and I just wanted to show sort of the back part of the neck like they're showing right here. And so you would terahertz right in this area right here, maybe 30 seconds, a minute, 2 minutes, then do one on the other side because you have it on both sides. And that's going to stimulate the vagus nerve, which is a wonderful way. Actually, if you're doing a session, you can do it right at the beginning. That is going to deeply relax the person, because very likely that's going to switch on the parasympathetic nerve. And anytime that you heal the vagus nerve, you're going to help with digestion. You're going to probably help with sleep. You're going to help with, calming them down. So it'd be a wonderful thing. So it's just another thing that you can do with your terahertz technology. That's really, exciting and something else that you can work on. Okay. And I think this might be it for the pictures. So, and it's just another picture of the wanding of the water. Okay, was there anybody else who'd like to share a testimonial about something that happened to them over the week? Any of the effects of using, whether it be maybe, let's see who we've got here. Karen G, I know we talked about your testimonial, or Deb, if you have another one, or Cheryl, Dominga, if you have one, Julie, anybody who wants to share about any of their terahertz experience, please go ahead and put that into the chat. And anything else that we want to mention, just trying to think about the terahertz in general and about how the terahertz works. Let's see, we'll get to lymphatic drainage points. I guess we've mentioned in the past, but we didn't mention today that you can work on kidney 1. Kidney 1 is right sort of at the ball of the foot. And so if you just get under the foot, and you're sort of working around the ball of the foot, a little bit below the ball of the foot, actually, just under the foot, and that's called kidney 1. It's also called bubbling spring. And in the morning, that's a wonderful point to terahertz. You can just, if you have a wand, you can sort of do like a rounded sort of application. Let's see if we can switch this one on here. You should see the blue light on this one. And you would do that for about a minute left and right on the bottom of the foot. That's a great way to wake up in the morning. And then you can also do pericardium 8. This has a very profound effect on the body too. So you could work on that. You could even test the different meridians on your Genius, and you could find out the best points to run for yourself, and you could terahertz those points. That's a great thing to do. And then we talked about the lymphatic drainage points. So there's a lot of different options or approaches of things that you could do, but try doing it on a regular basis. It doesn't just have to be, when I have pain or I don't feel good. You don't have to wait. You can actually do the terahertzing way before that you have any type of an issue or have any type of pain. So you should think about it as a tonic session, something you can do preventative. But I don't know if you're thinking about doing Botox, if you're having any of the jowls or age spots or anything, whether it be on the hands or the face, start terahertzing those areas and let us know if you're starting to have some skin improvement. We'd love to hear about it. And it's really shocking, actually. I'm just going to reach down here. It's really shocking, some of the pictures that I've seen of people who have done terahertzing to their face. I mean, it really looks significantly younger. I think Jenny even said something. She said, I was terahertzing somebody at a trade show, and she said, I swear by the end of the weekend, they actually look younger. And she actually said, is it possible that it could work that fast? And
Wow.
women, of course, want all of these, Botox and fillers, and they're very expensive. And once you start, you can't stop. You have to keep doing it. And so it'd be so nice to have something at home that isn't even like a cream that you have to keep buying. You just keep switching on the button and you can just use the terahertz over and over again. So I think it should be part of everybody's, the time of day that maybe you do your skin routine with maybe the tonifier and the wash and the scrub. I think you should make terahertz part of what you're doing, especially without your makeup on. When you don't have your makeup on, then do the terahertzing and maybe do a good 5 minutes, maybe just some, circles around the different parts of the face. And then under the neck, the neck is something where a lot of the lymphatic fluid can build up and it sort of looks like congested here. This is both a lot of people, their posture and movement and different things. It'd be so nice to maybe clear out some of the sort of the fluids that get caught up in that neck as well. That's another thing that women will pay a lot for, is like there can be injections that drain the neck out so you don't have that double chin look. Like it would be pretty cool to use the terahertz to have sort of a similar effect.
What about also terahertzing your skincare line?
Right. So if you have some skincare products, some type of a spray or a cream or something, just go ahead and take your box and terahertz that. Get that stand going and terahertz that for maybe 15 or 20 minutes or, even 5 minutes, and start to get that. So all of this, basically the cream or the product will be affected by it.
Yeah.
In the order of the points, the vagus, the meridians, then problem areas, I would say do the lymphatic drainage, then the Chinese medicine points that we've pointed out. I'm trying to get this into our booklet that will be ready soon. So you do that, and then I would do the problem areas. You're sort of doing this like sort of wellness treatment around all of that first in order to have the beneficial effect. So you're sort of cleaning everything up and then moving into the problem areas. We've been using the wand on rashes and allergic itches on the scalp and the body. It has been amazing. Julie, thank you. It works very quickly with only a few minutes daily on breakouts. Wow, teenagers would probably love that too. If you have kids or grandkids in that young or teenage, they would love something to work on their acne or different issues, the skin issues. So that would be a great thing to work on. All right, so anything else, Bené, that you can think of that we haven't talked about today?
Well, correct me if I'm wrong, and maybe next week we can spend a little bit of time on it as far as showcasing your library. I would use the library. Now, you tell me if your intention of creating the library, the stuff that you put in it. I would.
Have you been using it?
Yeah. Not as much as
discovered. I'll bring it up in just a moment. What have you discovered so far?
Well, I haven't been using it enough to actually make a statement, to that or answer to that. But the way I've used it, and you can either sway me to do it differently or whatever, whatever comes up red and blue. For example, if you have a lot more red light that comes up red or blue versus blue light, well, that could give you a directorate that you would want to maybe use more of the red light. You see what
I like that idea. I do. That's very smart. That's what I thought about in the beginning.
Is that kind of the way you created the for that kind of direction?
Exactly. As a guide. It's meant to be a guide to give you prompts about how to be using it. And then also to emphasize or add benefit to sort of potentiate the effects of what you're doing with your terahertz. So yeah, you're right on the money.
Right.
Yeah. So here in this one, just like you're saying, look, red light, red light, red light, red light. So this is much more preponderance for this person than the blue light. So the red light which is only available on the core box, is going to definitely be the ticket for this person.
And then look how it says on your example, lymphatic drainage. Well, that should, and it's got meridians right underneath that. So that should be your priority for maybe your session for the day to actually do those.
Yeah, it tells you like, so now
Yeah.
you could go to, we have a booklet. If you haven't seen it, you can request it. And we have a little ebook for you. And most people have gotten it, but you can request it. And this is going to have the lymphatic drainage points that we just talked about and all the information we just went over. But yeah, so yeah, work on this, work on the meridians. So you could start with this, then work on the meridians. Very good, Benay. I like this recommendation. Very smart. Boy, so much red light here too, even going
Yeah.
down to here. There's a lot of
Yeah,
red light coming up. Yeah.
Wow. Yes.
And it could tell you how long to do the session. Here it says terahertz the water for 10 minutes. Yeah, it's meant to give you a lot of ideas, but also to see maybe the benefits. Here it says cellular hydration is improving. So that would give you an idea of if it's having a positive benefit or impact as you're using it. That's another thing that's meant to do.
Yep. I think that's an excellent idea. I love the fact you created that library.
Excellent, excellent. I love it. Jenny says we use terahertz water to poach the eggs and they held the form and the whites didn't spread.
Oh,
And also at the same time we use tap water and the whites spread everywhere. So you're doing a little bit of you're doing a little bit of an experiment there. I love it. I love your research minded approach, Jenny. It's so cool. All right, Benay, were you able to find the link for the camera stand?
What is she saying? The camera stand? I would use the floor stand for the camera. What is she meaning?
Just maybe just repost the link and say, hey, Deb, this is the link for the terahertz box. And if you, maybe she'll tell us if she means something else.
Okay.
This one has metabolic function optimized. It would mean that the terahertz is helping with metabolic function. These are the different sort of frequencies that are within terahertz that might be beneficial. Blood vessel wellness could be something that's improving the blood vessels, but you can also select that frequency to potentiate that effect, like to create that effect or to sort of double up with what the terahertz is doing to sort of, make it even stronger. This is collagen health improving. This is the health of the skin. Terahertz and red light to stomach 36. This is another point that we're going to have in that ebook, but stomach 36 is on the outer part right below the knee. It's a very significant point. All right, so let's see. Terahertz and red light to pericardium 8. That's the one that's right here. We got entangled insights, but we'll go back in just a moment. Let's go back here. All right, so or let's see, terahertz and the red light to lung 7. I think that's right around you can't really see, it's just right below this point here, around the collarbone. And we're going to be showing all those points in the ebook so that you can see them visually. But they're basically, if you've been attending the training, you'll know that these are things that over the different weeks we've been pointing out the different Chinese medicine points and explaining how they benefit the immune system or other parts of the body. If you go for acupuncture, this is a great way to get your acupuncture. You just get your acupuncture from doing terahertz to stimulate the different points. So it's wonderful. Wound healing ability now improved. Blood purification. So these are all things that people have told us as benefits that they've gotten from the terahertz. Circulation improving, stem cells activated for optimal healing, cell membrane health improving. That's what your cell is wrapped up in, is a cell membrane. And when your cell membrane is healthy, then everything works really, really well. So that's why we talk, good detoxification and cellular metabolism. We're pretty sure that the terahertz is affecting the cell in this positive way to sort of normalize the cell or restore the wellness. And that's probably affecting the cell membrane. That's probably part of the way that it's giving benefit or helping the cell in some way. So we've got cell repair, terahertz chip energy, DNA healing, just a whole lot of really cool things on this library meant to work in sort of in partnership with the actual terahertz device. It's really not meant to be standalone, but you certainly could try it. But it was really meant to be something that you use as a sort of a tag along, something that you use as a partner, so that we could get the genius and the terahertz sort of teaming up to work together. Okay, and that fits both the box and the wand. That's true, except just for the red light doesn't, oh, you're talking about it fits the stand. Okay, yeah, got it. Got it. Okay. Well, hopefully you got all of the links. If you didn't get the ebook, you certainly can request it. Just send me a message, ariel@geniusbiofeedback.com. We also put a coupon in there, so you can find the coupon code in the chat if you attended the live. And we will be back next week with more fun, more testimonials, more education about terahertz. Benet, thank you for joining today. I really appreciate it. It's nice to be back with you.
Thank you.
All right, everybody. Have a lovely, wonderful, health-filled, miracle-filled week, and we will see you back here next week. Take care. Be well. Bye-bye for now.